Welcome back to Press Review. Let's start by taking a look at today's front pages in the Middle East. The UAE's Gulf News leads today reporting that a new plan to monitor local and foreign banks in the UAE to ensure they lend responsibly to citizens is under study. The paper also reports that US President Obama has said that foreign firms testing commercial prospects in Iran did so at their own peril and vowed to come down like a ton of bricks on sanctions violators. Israel's Jerusalem Post leads reporting that the Supreme Court has ordered new elections in Beit Shemesh and Nazareth, nullifying the October municipal election results. The paper also reports on Iranian President Hassan Rouhani dismissing a Western assertion that military force could yet solve the nuclear dispute if negotiations prove fruitless. And it also takes a look at the UK floodings. Saudi's Arab News leads its front page reporting that 102 people have died in Algeria after a military aircraft crashed in Algeria's mountainous northeast, with only one survivor found. It also reports that Yemen has extradited 29 Al-Qaeda militants to Saudi Arabia after being captured by Yemeni security agencies. And also from the Middle East, Lebanon's Daily Star leads reporting that the Lebanese army has apprehended a terrorist leader in connection with a spate of car bombings across Lebanon, and a security source has described the arrest as a big catch. The paper also reports that a Lebanese citizen has been sentenced to 2 months in prison for insulting the country's president. And now let's take a look at the top headlines from UK papers. The Guardian, like many papers in the UK today, leads its front page reporting on the flooding crisis, saying that David Cameron has vowed to marshal the forces of the state to tackle the flooding crisis, pledging a wider role for the army and unlimited public funds to protect families. The paper also reports that next year may be the first in a century that Britain is not in a war, as the British forces get set to pull down the Union Jack for the last time in Afghanistan this year. The Independent also dedicates its front page to the flooding crisis, reporting on David Cameron admitting that the flooding crisis will get worse before it gets better, after returning from visiting the worst-hit areas in the southwest and along the Thames. The Prime Minister said that the country was in for the long haul to repair the storm damage brought by the wettest winter since the 18th century. The Daily Telegraph leads reporting that David Cameron has said that the money is no object, as he declared that the floods were a national emergency and promised to spend whatever is necessary on rebuilding damaged regions. The paper also reports that 1 in 4 adults are to be prescribed statins, and features a picture of the Duchess of Cambridge wearing a diamond necklace from the Queen as she attended a portrait gala. And the Times leads its front page reporting that a key witness has told the paper that the Police Federation hijacked the Plebgate affair for its own political ends and betrayed the officers who were on duty at the Downing Street gates. The paper also says flooding will continue to blight Britain for another 4 months, even if rainfall returns to normal, because of spectacular rises in groundwater levels, and features a picture of the Duchess of Cambridge on her first official engagement of the year at the National Portrait Gallery. Now let's take a look at the top stories in international papers. The Washington Post front page reports that the House has approved a year-long suspension of the nation's debt limit in a vote that left Republicans again ceding control to Democrats after a collapse in support for an earlier proposal advanced by Speaker John Boehner. It also features a picture of the President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama as they greet French President François Hollande as he arrives at the White House for a state dinner. And from Russia, the Moscow Times front page reports on President Vladimir Putin relishing his role as the host and driving force behind the Sochi Winter Games, as media criticism over corruption and flawed facilities was replaced by compliments from visitors and athletes. It also takes a look at the protests in Kiev. And finally, China's Global Times leads reporting that Chinese mainland and Taiwan officials in charge of cross-straits policy held a historic meeting on Tuesday and agreed to set up a mechanism for regular communication between the two sides. The paper also features a picture of Iranian President Hassan Rouhani as he arrives at a rally in Tehran's Azadi Square to give a speech marking the 35th anniversary of the Islamic Revolution. For more updates, visit us on levant.tv. Thanks for watching and bye for now.